have memories from childhood that even after all these years still evoke emotions. My favorite of all is evoked every August. And no, not because I seek to stave off the return to school or a reprieve from raking leaves or dread the winter storms. It's when the airwaves start into, "Let's go to the X, oh baby, let's go to the X." And every fiber in my body starts to tingle with anticipation. I've been told that my mother carried me to the X 7 months before I was born. Clearly, I don't remember that, nor when my dad took me on my first ride at 2. But I have been a Midway fan ever since, never missing a year and dragging children, grandchildren, and great-granddaughter onto the rides as soon as it was possible. Not that I don't enjoy the buildings. That change and some sadly disappear. I visit them all, but especially the food building and the ever-dwindling horse shows. Then there is the corn on the cob, the ice cream sandwiches, candy apples, the giant deep-fried onions, and the lobster. Perfectly unbalanced meals of delights. The rides, Crazy Mouse, Tornado, Ring of Fire, Pharaoh's Fury, Polar Express, the Flyer, and the Haunted Mansion. The screaming, the heart-stopping curves, and the toe-curling drops climax the whole day. And no broken wrist is going to break my streak for CNE rides that has increased every year since I was 2. Childhood has so many wonderful memories. Long walks in the ravine with my father, getting a garter snake from a boy because I didn't run screaming from it as girls were supposed to do. Seeing Good Morning Miss Dove with my mother. Going out with the boats to empty the nets at the fishery, and the incredible taste of freshwater catfish, alive 10 minutes before my gran coated and fried them for just the 2 of us. Memories of childhood that delight as you wander through those bygone days. Which makes me wonder why people waste so much time fussing over the insignificant hurts and insults instead of celebrating and reliving what brings joy and happiness and smiles. One always has the choice of being happy or sad. We can concentrate on those who spoiled a day or the ones who brought fun and laughter to one. The one who comforted and made all well, or the one who embarrassed you. How often do we reward the villain with our memories and enhance them with ongoing angst? How often do we take kindness for granted and unintentional, while seeing rudeness as intentional and full of malice? To check out which side of that scale you fall on, ask yourself to recall the 3 last nice things that happened to you and the 3 bad. Then look at the dates. How recently or far apart were those instances? And finally, which did you mention to someone else and which did you think about more recently? Another way of looking at it, what were the last 3 nice and 3 nasty things you did? And did you get thanked for the nice or apologize for the nasty? Life is made up of so many small interactions with others, and if we count up the good and forget the negative, we get to live a great life full of the unexpected and delightful. My favorite for this week? When I was shopping yesterday, I didn't have a loonie to get a shopping cart. A boy who was panhandling outside the supermarket came over and paid for one for me. I was grateful and told him so, but by the time I'd finished my shopping and went looking to repay him, he was gone. After my daughter took me home, she went back to look for him again. I owe him. I hope to see him next week. Regardless, I will pass his kindness on to others and remember him fondly long into the future. It is your choice and mine. So let's join with Bing Crosby because we all need to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with Mr. In Between. You've got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum. Have faith or pandemonium is liable to walk upon the scene. God gave us a great world with limitless possibilities. It's not enough to be grateful. We need to appreciate the good and disregard pettiness and nastiness. It is soul-destroying to clutter up our lives and hearts with the faults of others. We need to work on eliminating our own faults and forgiving others for theirs. If you can't forgive, do your best to forget. Life is such a grand adventure. Get the best out of each day and everyone you meet. And for that, and so much more, I pray. Gracious Spirit, thank you for all the joys and delights you bring into my life. May I be as good to others as you are to me. Grant me the ability to forget the irritants that are not worthy of memory, and let me never ignore my blessings. So may it be. Amen.